Hi everybody, Julia here from Accessorize Your Life. Hope you're doing well and are ready for another get ready with me video. This time I'm going to be using Pat McGrath. Why not? She's in my shop, my stash, so why not use her again? I kind of felt like I wanted to bring you more than what I actually brought you in my last video, that bridal video, because I really should have hit more on things like, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to go ahead and put my primer on. I'm using the Juvia's Place, which I've been using all month long. But anyway, I really felt like I should have hit more on some of the things you should consider as a bride, preparing your makeup. Like practice, practice, practice. Maybe start a month or two ahead of time, practicing every Saturday, your off time, preparing your look. Seeing what you like. Take pictures of yourself and seeing what you like as far as makeup, how much makeup you want to apply or wear that day, and the type of makeup that really works well for your skin that will give you the staying power you need. Now, I did touch on preparing makeup for a hooded eye, which is really important, and I talked about the longevity a little bit. I touched on it, that you want your makeup to have. So I cut some parts from that video, but I did go in with my Fenty Set It, I think it is, no, You Missed, and set my face several times throughout the application of my foundation or whatever. It was so important to do that because you just want to create layers and layers so that each layer is locked and just basically locked down, so that you don't have to worry about your makeup coming off during your big day. Also, I touched on having something like aromatherapy and a mist to refreshen your face. I think I have it here, something like this, which I spoke of, and having aspirin on hand, because it is a stressful day. Even though you want it to be calm, it is still a little anxiety provoking, if you will. So having things like that, having make sure that you have deodorant that you can trust, and just that you're prepared for any little thing that can wreak havoc on your day if you're not, things you're not even thinking about. So on a daily, how, what was it, The Price is Right, Bob Barker, I'm telling you again my age from what I'm referring to, how he would say, they would have that segment where they would have ladies go into their purse, and if he would call off an item, and if they had it in their purse, they won a certain amount of money. Well, it's just like that. Have everything you need with you for that day so that you are not caught looking for something or wishing you had brought something. Safety pin, sewing kit, you want your makeup remover, you want little Q-tips, you want wipes, you want everything you could possibly need to correct mistakes and things like that. But it's nice if you have someone who does your makeup for you, because then you don't have to worry about all that stuff. They know what to include in their kit. Alrighty, so I'm going to be doing a Pat McGrath pairing of these two palettes that I have. Like I said, I used what was this one? The Divine Rose 2. This lovely packaging that it has. That rose gold color with that beveled mirror that I just think is so luxurious. These colors are beautiful too, that I just wanted to revisit this palette. And I'm going to bring in another palette that's in my shop, my stash, like I said. So we're going to work these two together and see what we come up with. Originally, I thought I was going to do a Danessa Marig's video, but somehow I couldn't shake the need to just revisit this Divine Rose 2 because I don't pull it out enough. And this darn palette was over $100, if I might say. And she really hasn't been used much, and she's getting up there in age. So I need to make use of her. Anyway, let's see, we've got the eyes primed. I did my face beforehand just to save some time. I think I want to go in with the this is one of Pat McGrath's six pan palettes. This is the Subliminal Platinum Bronze palette. This is what the cover looks like. Never realized it was a face. Looks like an Asian lady with her hand kind of coming up over her mouth like that. Never paid attention to it. So I want to go in with this deep velvet color. I think that's what they're calling it. All right, so I am going to just pull out some of my favorite brushes, and these are from Sonia G, because all of my brushes I've been using all month long are drying over there, my Juvia's Place brushes. So I'm going to go in with this deep color here. And what do I want to do with it? Guess I'm going to start it out over here and just bring it in. Just lightly with it. It is a matte. And it's a good matte, I think. Yes. I'm thinking it's reading a little cool tone. As you can see, I'm going to take it over my hood some. That we talked about in that bridal video. But thank you guys for your response to that video. And if you haven't seen it, I'll leave it linked and you can go check it out. Here we go. So I was listening to the radio this morning and they were talking about AI. How it is pretty much dominated, the chip is, by one company, and the investments are doing well with it. But the thing is, they're going to, and this is where you and I come in, is if we have the Alexa, they're going to put AI in Alexa and make Alexa more personable. So for instance, if you want to book reservations or you're looking up a trip, well, Alexa won't only just tell you about the place, your destination that you want to go to, but it will have a conversation without lag, and it will also ask you if you want Alexa to book it for you. So I mean, it just knows no limit now, I think. So I haven't tried it, of course. Like I said, I just read a little bit about it or heard a little bit about it, and I used to own an Alexa. I don't anymore, but it's quite interesting. They also said they're going to hook up more of Amazon's other features, their stores, everything with Alexa. You know, I think they did that already to some degree, because I could compose a shopping list and go right into Whole Foods or whatever, or have the foods delivered here. But anyway, it's supposed to be more of a personal assistant and a conversationalist with you, so you will really have a conversation without it lagging or sounding more foreign as it normally would. So that's interesting, and I think the stock is just going to go up, 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 and out of the roof with that, because there is potential with AI. I mean, a lot of potential and a lot of buzzwords about it. I mean, you can't maneuver life almost without it now, or it's going to be that way. I see it in the workplace. I see it in our personal lives. For instance, when I did the video on sunscreens, I was like tossing the idea over with my son and husband, and they both said I should go to this site, Chat G something other. Do I have it listed here? I'll put it down below. I'll put it here. And they said I should go there and just type in my topic and it'll help me out. And gosh, when I did that, oh, it was amazing, because I literally spent about 2 hours kind of getting my thoughts together, researching the topic on sunscreens, learning about the different components of sunscreen. And when I tell you that that AI chat thing went in there and just blew everything out for me in a matter of seconds. I couldn't believe it. And I had spent, like I said, a great deal of time trying to get my thoughts together by researching sunscreens. It talked about melanin skin, it talked about the myths, it talked about some of the things I brought to you that I had already considered, but it had done it, and it had laid it out in a format for me, and it also gave recommendations and things like that, and it just blew me away. So ladies, gents, if you want to enhance your videos, that's one way to do it. Maybe some of you are doing it already, but tell me what you think about it. Have you used that, and is it something that you like or dislike? You know, do you like having that feature, that ability to go right in there, have letters composed for you, have speeches composed for you already, or even, what dare I say, your whole format for your videos? But at what point will all of our videos sound just alike if we all use AI to compose them? I feel like, me personally, we have to have some kind of our own stuff coming through, right? How we deliver it or what we say, it's important. So we don't want it to all sound so generic and so much alike. That's my view on it. I went into this color right here, and so I'm putting that right up here. It's kind of an orangey shade. It is an actual matte, whereas I think I said that this was a matte, and it actually isn't. There is some shimmer, but it's like a low light, a low amount of shimmer. It's not a high performing shimmery color, and I used it under my brows the last time, so I'm trying to do something a little different. Now I'm going back into this other palette, the bronze one here, Subliminal Bronze, and I want to work with it a little more. I don't know what look I'm coming up with. I'm just playing around with the makeup. But yeah, guys, tell me what you think of AI. What do you think of Alexa being programmed with AI? Because they're using these chips, and these chips are, you know, they can do all sorts of things. So that's one thing I've been kind of interested in, because I see it being used more and more in the workplace. I work in the dental field, and I see it being a tool for those especially who do not like to write, who that has never been their strong suit or whatever like that. I like to write, but I like to write more creatively. I don't like to write, I don't write things in a correct order or grammatically correct. So I tend to just not write as much anymore unless it's just my thoughts flowing on paper, just like that, for how I'm feeling on my daily meditation writing. So, but other than that, and with my videos, basically I write down some thoughts, try to write down factual thoughts and some thoughts, and then try to hit those if I don't forget them, like I did with everything else. Okay, so like I said, I'm back in this palette. I put this shade here, which is I think a cool matte brown on the outer corner there, and then I went in with that kind of orangey color. I can see it there, and it's in my brows. You never know until you look up close. Anyway, so that's what I was thinking about with AI when I heard that story. So now I want to go in with, but I'm feeling I should use this right here. Ooh, just bring it right in here. I don't know, this one right here. Very pretty. I like that. Okay, now let's go back into the Divine Rose 2 palette, and this one is chrome that shifts from green to rose. Is so pretty that I want to use that somewhere in here. I think it makes a great transition color. It does at that. Oh, it's so silky smooth. You know, the Natasha Denona palette is out, and I'll insert the name below or picture or whatever, and it is full of rose tones and things like that. When I saw her talking about designing the package, doing a sketch and everything, and talking about it, and then I saw pictures of it because it comes to me, like all of us, in our emails or whatever, I thought, I don't need that. I really don't need another rose tone palette. Not one that large anyway, because I have several that I have not even really put a dent into. And so no, it's a no for me. But I am eager to see the looks that people create with it, because I think last month I pulled one of her palettes, I Need a Nude or something, whatever I pulled, and I just became aware that I like her formula. But do I need a rose palette? Look at this. Do I need a rose palette? No, I've got some here. And I think I have enough because I have so many. Now that's not to say I won't buy another palette, but I'm just saying I don't need another rose palette. Alrighty, because I have plenty. Now, what do I want to use in the inner corner? Because that's so pretty. I could definitely bring this over more, but I don't think I want to. It's so pretty. It's right here next to this, and it's right here next to that. Let's do a little swatch of this one. That's really light. Oh, kind of orangey kind of color there. No. This one right here. We're swatching this one. Ooh, vibrant, isn't it? I think a little bit of that one would be cool right here. I could get it to, yeah, show up a little bit without overtaking everything. That's the ticket. So another thing I've been looking at is this idea, which is not new, of cleansing the blood. I was having a conversation with a co-worker. It was such a lovely day yesterday. We sat outside and had our lunch, and we started talking about that because, unbeknownst to me why, but the top of my left foot started to just ache, and I was hopping along all day yesterday, and I just couldn't understand why I was in pain. When we started talking about arthritis and different things, and just we got on the subject of how, you know, it would be nice to have vitamins, to know if vitamins are really working in our favor, and how do we tell if they're really doing the job that we want them to do. So we were talking about that, and I'm liking this. And but I want to go back in with that that dual or multi-chrome color right here, right there. So we were talking about how do you know if vitamins are really doing what they say they're going to do, and what effect they're really having on the body. And one thing is, you know, cleansing the blood, just getting all of the impurities out of the blood so that you have a fresh start and that your body can heal itself with freshly infused blood. And I think there's a name for that. It's not dialysis, because dialysis doesn't do that, but it's almost like an infusion. But there are ways, and you know, you can go there and get hooked up, and it just takes out all of the blood, and then it pumps it back in, but it's refreshed, it's infused with everything you need to have vitality and clean blood. But there are other ways they say that you can do that, like drinking tea and taking things to detox the liver and the kidneys, because that's our filtration system for the blood and everything. So having a good kidney system, functioning kidney system and liver is important. So as you know, I take, I have it right here, I take superthicillin for that reason, to help just keep my liver clean. But sometimes, you know, when you get these aches and pains, you're like, is it doing any good? Is it really? I'm going to go in with this same brow pencil or felt tip, it's liquid, that from Juvia's Place that I used in my last video. Instead of using black, I'm just using this, because otherwise it will just be sitting in my collection, not being used. So anyway, Tell me, guys, have you thought about that? Do you drink any special tea, like dandelion tea? Anything special to help detoxify your liver, to get all the bad bugs out and bad things out of your system, just to help your body function better? And would you consider something like a infusion, you know, or of your blood, just to clean out your blood? And I'm not gonna lie, that's a little scary to me. Like, who does it? You have to find a reputable place to have it done and make sure that, you know, everything they're using is up to notch. You know, they're sterilizing everything, and what effect that has on other parts of your body if you do that. But it would be nice to know you're doing something like that that's good for the body. Sorry I had to break because it's not easy putting that liner on. Now I just want to take one or two of those colors down to the lower lash line. So I hope you like this this mixture of palettes, using more than one palette to create a look. I'm kind of liking this idea, this meetup of the palettes here. Taking another little brush, going back in with that brown, and I'm going to work it down here really close to the lash line, because I don't really like putting mascara down here. I think I do it sometimes for a fancy look, but pulled together look, but I just, like I said, there's so much going on down here. I like to keep it as clean as possible if I can. So for me, that's leaving the mascara alone because it gets messy and tricky down there. Okay, so what are we going to do on the lower? We're going to bring this color. I'm going to go in with that dual chrome down there, just so that when we turn the head and the light catches it, you see something different. If I have enough there, I don't want too much. And then I'm going to go in with that hot pinkish shade we used. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that right here, a little bit more right here. And of course I'm going to have to take a Q-tip and clean this up. I still have that mole right there. I've been working on it. It's right on the eyelid. I want to get rid of it, but it's taking its own sweet time to fall off. And I am being very careful with the product I'm using to get rid of it. I don't want to do more damage than I do good there. Alrighty, so we're going to put on some mascara. I'm just going to go in with my Ami Collet, which has been a great mascara to use this month. I do think I'm going to pick up some dandelion tea, or even make sure that I grow some different herbs in my garden this spring and summer, things that help cleanse the body, that are good for the body. I think that's the route I'm going to go in my garden this time around. No vegetables really. Might try my hand at peas. Peas are really good supposedly for protein, so I may try that again. I did get a couple of peas, nothing to write home about. It was pretty pitiful actually, but I want to try that again. And I did plant some garlic and some onions, like spring onions or whatever, and hopefully they'll come up. But we had such brutal snow that it's still lingering around in certain places that the sun doesn't hit. But with these warmer temperatures that we've been having, like yesterday and today, we're going to have a warm day in the 60s. I'm thinking that the rest of that snow should melt, be gone. Okay, now I just want to go in with some bronzer. Okay, I have the TLB, the lip bar palette here, and I think this will be good to use. So we're first going to go in with the deeper shade right here. Yeah, that's deep enough actually. Why haven't I been pulling these out before now? Oh gosh. When you start using things in your shop, your stash, and you make sure you pull out things that you've had there for a while, you realize you have some pretty darn good products that you just really need to use more of. Yes, you'll run into a few you don't too much care for anymore, but 9 times out of 10, you've got everything you need right there. Yeah, this is really coming across nice. So I'm going in with the lighter shade now, and I'm just going to stroke it along here and here. You know what I haven't put on, because I really don't like cream blushes. I think I like liquid blushes, or these LYS blushes. I don't really like cream. This one is nice as far as the color goes. This one is deeper. I don't know what lip I'm using. Oh, I thought about using a Pat McGrath lip right here. So let's do something I usually don't do, is put my lippy on first. So let's do that. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Ooh, how bright. How do we like that, ladies and gents? You know it's going to be warm when you hear those birds out there. Somehow I'm not in frame. Those birds are really going at it, and I've been feeding the birds and washing my hands thoroughly, but now I'm getting to the point where I feel like I need to wear gloves out there to handle the bird feeder and all that, because I don't know about this bird flu and all this stuff going on. That is a bold lip with a bold eye, right? So we're going to take the deeper of the LYS blushes, and we're going to put that on. Busy face. Bring that in some. Blend, blend, blend. It's working out nicely. Definitely going to need a little bit of highlighter. Let's go back into the lip bar palette. They have a gold tone in here. This one here I could use. This is not the brush for that. We can lay it down with that. Now we can work it on out with my powder brush so that it's not too much. From Pat McGrath. Ooh, juicy. Yeah, that just brightened it up. Now I do have to address the under eye, so let's take a brush to do that. I need the magnification. Alrighty, I'm going to spray my face once more because I think it needs it. Not directly on my face because I don't want a lot of it on. Okay, that's the look for today. This is my Pat pairing and my little review on my video I did previously about the wedding day, planning for your wedding day. When you do plan for your wedding day, you have to take a lot in consideration, especially when you're doing your own makeup, because you want to have everything at hand and you want to prepare for any situation that may arise. So really start like a month or two ahead of time planning what you're going to need, maybe even further out than that, getting your look down as to what type of makeup you want to have and the placement of everything. And then having incidentals on hand, so important. And also I want to speak more on the Pat McGrath palettes. I really enjoyed using them this month. I wish I had used them even more. This is beautiful, Divine Rose 2. Gorgeous. It's making me want another one of her palettes, but I have enough. And then this beautiful palette here, again, this is the Subliminal Platinum Bronze palette. So I paired those two together for this look, along with some other items in my shop, my stash. And I'm really liking this look here. Nice look, I think, for today, Thursday. And yeah, that's it. I hope you don't mind me blabbering on about AI and then the blood infusions. You know, those things just have been on my mind. Once, you know, we had our little discussion out at lunch yesterday, and then what I heard on the radio today, I thought, why not share that with you? Let me know, you know, how AI is affecting your life, your writing style, your filming, your, you know, your presentations, whatever you have. You know, it's out there. We got to make use of it. It's the way of the future, and yeah, we got to get on board. But I think there are some limitations as to how you want to use AI, you know, going forth, because it can all just sound so mechanical, you know, predictable if we all use the same wording and everything that we pick up from AI. I think our personalities have to show through, whatever it is, the mishaps and everything, they have to show through, because that's who we are. I know I have a lot of mishaps. Also, yeah, just cleansing the blood. That's something you have to discuss with your doctor if they find it beneficial, but there are other means of doing it without the infusions, you know, taking supplements, eating healthy, exercising, because that helps get the blood moving, and also detoxifying the blood through foods and through vitamins is a way to go, and that's the way I'm choosing to go. I just don't see myself sitting there being hooked up to a machine and having my blood taken out unless I'm donating some blood, you know? Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave you with this look, and I'll see you back tomorrow for my empties video. And don't be surprised if it's the same look. Who knows how it goes, how I feel. But anyway, this is the look for today. Chat with me in the comments section. I would really appreciate that. Share this video. If you know someone who's into Pat McGrath, share the video, and I would appreciate that, because every little bit helps. Bye-bye.